Hello, this is Vivek. Welcome to my YouTube channel ML Vegas. Today we are going to discuss about Bloomberg GPT. So before jumping into Bloomberg GPT, let us discuss about what is LLM. LLM is a large set of language models proposed with an aim to understand the human level languages so that it could understand the underlying dynamics of the language, whether it can be sarcastic tone, whether it can be fake tweet, whether it can be spreading hatred news, or either these kind of applications, whether you can use it as a translator as well. So for that, it should be, the models has to be trained with a large set of corpus, and to understand the underlying linear and non-linear patterns. The LLMs often have the millions um, to billions of the parameters. It is often trained with by using both supervised and semi-supervised learning. So some of the effective applications of the LLMs are as follows. Whether it can be reading comprehension. Suppose you can prepare the slide and let the chatbot speak instead of the human. In such kind of applications also, LLMs is very much helpful. As well as if you want to prepare a question answering, generally in quizzes we often prepare questions and answers, right? So suppose if you give a text to the particular LLM model, and if you ask to generate a certain kind of questions, and whether it can be text based questions, or whether it can be a multiple choice as well, and it can also helpful to generate the code generation kind of applications. Some of the popular LLMs in the current market are, you might be aware of the GPT-3. There are a lot of buzz is going on, right? So it is a general purpose LLM. It can be used to various wide range of tasks. Suppose in the language generation and translation. Suppose if you give a text, a particular a large text, and if you want to summarize the content, suppose while reading a newspaper, you often catch the first our eyes will catch on the caption of it, right? To generate such kind of captions by using the by after generating the news, in such kind of applications also GPT-3 is very much helpful. It gained a lot of attention for its ability to generate. It's a very precise and context related text. So that is one of the very important aspect of the GPT-3. So now we have the GPT-4 as well, where the multi-model, where it can be used with the multi-model applications. We will discuss it later in a separate video. We also have GitHub Copilot, who are the geeks here. They might be knowing it. So it is used to generate the code automatically based on the given prompts. The GPT-3 also does the same by using the different kinds of prompts. But the advantage with the GitHub Copilot is it is very helpful in to solve the domain related tasks. So the LLMs are now bifurcated into domain specifics and general purpose. We will discuss the advantages and disadvantages in a separate video altogether. As well as we often have the misconception that the GPT related models are only the LLMs. No, absolutely no. We also have various kinds of models like BERT, Robert, XLNet, and T5. They are also very efficient in solving NLP, various kinds of NLP tasks. So you might be getting doubt, like we have seen a lot of popular LLMs. Why? Then what is special about Bloomberg GPT? The Bloomberg GPT is also an LLM, but it consists of the 50 billion parameter language model. It is trained on the finance related corpus. So why it is required? Suppose while dealing with the financial under financial realm, then you might be uh, getting some kind of finance related terms, right? A general purpose LLM cannot catch it and cannot identify the context if it is related to the finance, if a particular text is related to the finance or banking kind of domain specific text. So in order to understand such kind of things, we have to train the LLM on the domain specific language as well as if you are building a domain specific LLM, what we are losing now. See, it can only perform the domain related, and the non-domain it is completely out of the bound. So that's why Bloomberg GPT is designed in such a way that it is trained both on domain specific as well as general purpose. So it can perform the domain specific very well, and it can also perform the general purpose task relatively well when compared to the other LLMs. That is a major advantages of the Bloomberg GPT. So the applications of the Bloomberg GPT are as follows. In a NLP tasks are very much popular in the financial technology, such as identifying sentiments of a particular tweet, because that is very important, right? Suppose a single tweet by an efficient and a popular kind of person, it will change the dynamics of the stock market. So it is very much important to identify the sentiment of tweets as well. So it is very relevant problem in such kind of applications. Bloomberg GPT is quite helpful, as well as in the news classifications, in question answering, in a conversational system. Suppose if you are deploying it as a chatbot instead of a human, then you might be aware of, like, in a WhatsApp also we would get some bots and kind of recommendations, and you often deal with such kind of, while if you have a query, you often deal with various kinds of conversational agent, right, even in the banks. So that in such kind of conversational agents, these Bloomberg GPT is quite helpful because it is trained on the domain specific LLMs. So yeah, that's it about applications of the Bloomberg. In the next video we will see the internal architecture of the Bloomberg GPT and why it is so popular, and what kind of techniques that people have used it in the Bloomberg GPT, and what are the advancements and so on and so forth in a different videos for each topic. If you like the content, please like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.